Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Welcome to Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes on this Monday, August the 12th, 2019. And we no doubt came off what I think was the best weekend of the summer. Now we are headed to what could wind up being the largest severe weather outbreak that we've seen for this summer season. We've seen a number of them over the last 6 weeks. Well, the one that is setting up for Tuesday looks pretty impressive. And in fact, it isn't too often that we see the Storm Prediction Center beefing up the risk area going into it a couple of days before. We saw it with the forecast they put out yesterday, and now overnight, as they updated things, they have expanded the risk area even further. So let's start with that. We're going to take a look at that and then take you through what we think is going to happen. So here's their forecast map, and the Storm Prediction Center has actually pushed up the slight risk area to just north of New York City, covering just about all of New Jersey, of northern New Jersey, and Long Island in slight risk. But they've added this area of enhanced risk from, let's say, in New Jersey, along and south and east of the Turnpike, southward for the rest of the state, all of southeastern and south central Pennsylvania, just about all of Maryland into eastern West Virginia, and the northern part of Virginia across into the Delmarva Peninsula. That's a pretty impressive area of enhanced risk that's being indicated. And again, this is for later tomorrow and into tomorrow night. There are a couple of things that a couple of tools that I use with regards to this. One of them that's been very effective in forecasting the severe weather has been the NAM model, the North American model. You may have heard this often mentioned in the wintertime by folks when it comes to snow, because it likes to make big snowstorms. But one of the levels that I look at is up at 10,000 feet. And what I look for are these brown, orange and brown spots that you see. Those are jet streaks, bursts of wind at that level at 50 knots or higher. And when the NAM model this spring and summer has shown this profile, we have seen some pretty wicked severe weather break out. And this particular view is certainly every bit as impressive as some of the prior severe weather outbreaks. And the time flow here is late in the afternoon and evening. Now, when you see these bursts, it's under those bursts that you're likely to see thunderstorms that will produce strong downdrafts, strong gusty winds, 60 miles an hour or more, and also the potential for probably some rotation. I think we have to, when I say rotation, we've seen these spot funnel clouds and tornadoes form in some of these severe weather events, and I don't think tomorrow is going to be any different. Now, the timing of this, if you'll watch where the bursts are, it's very late in the afternoon in eastern Pennsylvania and during the evening hours across New Jersey and New York City, and points southward down into Delaware and Maryland. And notice those streaks kind of lighten up a little bit once you get far enough south, but there's going to be one solid area of strong bursts, and the NAM actually has some strong cells even up into the Hudson Valley and into Connecticut. The big question for tomorrow is the warm sector. In other words, where do we see the temperatures climb up into the mid and upper 80s and maybe even close to 90 before this cold front moves on through? And that is the big question, because the warm sector winds up, that's where your severe weather is going to occur in. And if we get that warm sector to push a little bit further north, it's going to expand the area of risk. If it, for some reason, we get some showers late tonight and tomorrow morning with the warm front and kind of holds the temperatures down a bit, that could lessen the severity of these storms. But once the front goes through, we are going to see improving weather conditions later in the day on Wednesday. This front's going to linger a bit. Looks like there's a little wave that develops on it, so that might hold back the clouds for Wednesday. And then we should see some improvement Thursday into Friday, there are some question marks with regards to another weak system swinging in from the Great Lakes that may or be not be overdone. But I tend to think that the end of the week should be okay. It's not going to be picture perfect, but it should be okay. So as far as today is concerned, there are no weather issues to worry about. We're going to have one last day of blue skies and sunshine, although look for the humidity levels, which are on the low side to start the day. They are going to finish a bit higher as the day ends, and they're going to come up even further during tomorrow night. Tuesday is going to be a very warm, very humid day, and that risk for thunderstorms. There'll be some renegade storms during the early part of the day, and then look for a widespread, the possibility of widespread severe weather during the late afternoon and into Tuesday evening for everybody from the eastern half of Pennsylvania, clear across to southern New England, all the way down into Maryland, Delaware, and northern Virginia. All right, folks, have a great Monday. At least your day today is good. Enjoy the sunshine with temperatures mostly in the low to mid 80s and the reasonable humidity. And you can follow along with the severe weather by downloading my free weather app either on Google Play or on the App Store. Just search meteorologist Joe Cioffi or plain old Joe Cioffi. Download and enjoy. Have a nice day, everybody.